There you go.
It's your boy Miguel Z with the VOW Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I've got a guest for you folks at Stockton Con.
What up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice and the host of Stockton Con. The value of wrestling is awesome, so subscribe on YouTube. Scan the QR code right here, now. Subscribe, check it out.
There we go.
You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that part. Hey, man, shout out the value of wrestling. I'm right here with the Big O's, San Jose. We're going to shut this shit down. Love and respect, though, man. Value of wrestling. Hello.
Man, thank you, brother.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. You just got done watching a big pile of dog doo-doo live on TV. Right on TBS, the Super Station. Where great wrestling used to happen. Why am I not hearing anything from you now?
Oops.
There you go. Okay. He muted
Thank you,
himself.
Mr. Khan.
The show
Thank you.
is so
Thank you.
bad, he had to mute himself before he even started this show to break down la-di-da-di-da-di. I'm the big time. Of course, you know this man. This is Mr. Miguel Z. He is the New Japan Pro Wrestling expert. The man who spends many hours sitting in the corner crying after he watches AEW and what they do to New Japan Pro Wrestling stars each and every week on Dynamite, because it's Wednesday, and you know what that means, right? La-di-da-di. Welcome to the party.
Time to go to
Jump
sleep.
in the conversation below. Tony, Young Bucks, anybody part of AEW, you want to come in and chat with us and tell us why this stuff is good, or explain why this stuff happens week in and week out, feel free to join in the chat, join in the conversation. We are here to talk about it, and we hope that you are here to talk about it too. Make sure you go ahead and hit up the poll here. As we see, most people have voted stupid. This show is stupid. End of statement. It was stupid.
Well, you would think if we throw the invite out there. I mean, last time we
had the presence of one Mr. Khan. He shows up after Marty came on last week, and now we ain't seen him since.
Ain't that the truth? We'll see if he comes back this week. Maybe our audio and internet issues will not affect his presence here. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this show. Anyways, we are in Bakersfield, California, where they still pimp out and support the ICP. If you saw, there's a giant ICP sign. And I guess we should be lucky that most of the fans in the audience looks like they had all their teeth. It is Bakersfield, California, after all. If you know, you know. We're 1 week. We're not even 1 week away from being at an AEW. We are Bakersfield, which means we are 1 week away from you being okay. Whoever wrote these notes, thank you. We are here at AEW Dynamite live from Bakersfield, California. This crowd was half alive. And we were in Bakersfield, which is a lot of fun. Yes, why they're doing a show here tells you a whole hell of a lot. But we're headed into Las Vegas for Double or Nothing on Sunday. And did this show do anything for you to want to go, want to watch, want to see, get excited about Double or Nothing? And we learned something very important tonight for, I think, the first time I've heard them say this. I don't know if this is the first time AEW said it, but we have a triple main event at AEW Double or Nothing. It's a triple main event. So the world title, Swerve versus Christian Cage, is part of that triple main event. Anarchy in the Arena is part of that triple main event. And the AEW, not the women's title, the TBS title is part of that triple main event. So screw your women's world title, the TBS title is more important. Yay. Anyways, we open the show with Orange Cassidy. And Don Callis is at ringside. Orange Cassidy comes out, gets to the end of the ramp, and here comes Will Ospreay, because Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay, former opponents at Forbidden Door, are now teaming up to take on Trent Beretta and Roderick Strong. And, yeah. Decent match in the ring. It went back and forth. We went to commercial break pretty on. OC with a cutter. It comes to Taven and Bennett, but Will sends him outside, then flies onto them. He stands up to celebrate, but out comes Wardlow, who hits a clothesline on Will from behind. In the ring, OC misses an orange punch. Trent hits a knee strike. End of Heartache. Cover for 1, 2, 3. Trent Beretta and Roderick Strong get the win here. I guess they will probably be taking the big L's on Sunday, so you're probably getting a new international champion after everything that went down here, especially since they busted open. Oh, good old Willie boy. Billy got busted open. In the ring, Strong out the belts as Wardlow holds Ospreay up with Taven and Bennett. Strong hits Will with the title straight to the dome. On the outside, Trent locks a submission with the shins across the neck of Orange, holding OC until he passes out. In the ring, Strong grabs Billy Boy and hits him with End of Heartache also, and your boy, Will Ospreay, your boy, looked like a punk. So, I assume he's going to win the international title. Why, in some ranking lists, he's the number one contender, but the champion's facing Christian, who wasn't even in any of those rankings. Doesn't make sense, but hey, whatever floats your boat makes it pretty. Mr. Big KLZ, what did you think of this opening match tonight?
Hey, like you said, in ring it was good. There was nothing wrong in ring. But why so much drama for a title that doesn't mean anything? None of them do. And then Wardlow.
He showed up this week.
Yeah. He was in catering.
They gave him a ring, and they gave him a ringy dingy ding and said, "Hey, can you be on TV this week?" That's about all that happened there. They said ring-a-ding,
headache.
Ring-a-ding-do, ring-a-ding-da.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. If Mr. Clark is watching, does he have anything to say on this? Because I don't know if he was excited for it.
Anyways, backstage we see the Young Bucks. They have security around them. They're passing out papers with the picture of Darby Allin saying that he is banned from the arena tonight. and telling security to make sure that he doesn't get in this there. In comes Sanjay Dutt, another person they had to call up and go, hey, you want to be on TV this week? To say the Bucks took care of FTR at Collision, and tonight the Indian Giant will destroy the American Dragon. Matt says if he beats him, cool, but if he hurts him, great. Dutt says as long as the money's in the envelope, Singh is going to break Brian like a pencil. And one of the worst segments I've seen on AEW TV. This was pure garbage. When Sanjay Dutt broke up into like, I'm like, good God. I had flashbacks to 1992-93 WWE. I was waiting for Mantar and Bastion Booger to come parading around the ring.
They actually have someone that looks like Mantar, just so we know. Just so everyone else knows out there that Black Taurus looks like Mantar.
Waiting for Damien Demento to show up, or maybe a Godwin. Pig Farmers. What else was on these days? Dukes the Dumpster Drosy.
Mounties. Can't forget the Mounties.
Where are the Mounties? Oh. Anyways, the other highlight of the night for Mr. Miguel Z, the Bang Bang Gang, not the Bullet Club Gold, this is the Bang Bang Gang got to show up. Jay White introduces themselves, then goes on a weird, long, boring tirade where he doesn't even know what Pac's name is. Is it Pac, Peck, Pikachu, Pez Dispenser? He says a whole bunch of stupid names, makes himself look stupid. Then Pac comes on the screen looking deranged. And then we get the reintroduction of the Death Triangle. It looks like Ray Phoenix finally fixed his travel issues or over his injury or whatever his issue was that we don't know anything about. But he's back. So Death Triangle. And we get a bunch of them battling back and forth. And so Pac picks up the mic, challenges them for a match on Sunday for all of them fancy little titles. Because, hey, you know what's better than a team that carries 2 titles? A team that carries 3 fucking titles. What the fudge? This team has 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3. And the sad part is they have the Ring of Honor 6-man titles, the AEW Original Trios title, and then they got a new belt, the Undisputed Trios title. So they got a Trios new belt, but still carry around the other 2 belts.
The scissor belts.
Yeah, they're still carrying around the claimed scissor belt, and the claim to have gone where? Because everybody loves the Acclaim. I guess Tony Khan don't love the Acclaim because we ain't seen you. You're kind of done to John Cena. Can't see you.
If you want to know where Bowens is at, he's been in a batting cage as of late. He's been playing adult baseball, so he's doing that. He's doing rec ball. I don't know about the other one, and Daddy Ass, I don't even know where he went. But I wanted to make a comment about how they carried the belts in there because I looked at my wife and she goes, "They stole our softball cart out of our trunk."
Oh, the little wagon, the little pop-up wagon. Yeah. They put them in a wagon.
Yeah.
Instead of carrying them, they put them in a wagon.
She wanted to know if they went through our trunk and took our wagon because we're going to need that for next weekend.
I don't know. You better go check the back seat of your car and make sure it's still there. I mean, we're not that far from Bakersfield. A couple hours. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Then we got the triple threat match. Everybody's been waiting for the triple threat match on Collision. The triple threat that came because of matches on Collision that all had to happen here on Dynamite. We got Hook versus the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith, who looks like 3 Live Crew had a kid and left him. Tell me that he doesn't look like a mix between BG James, Ron the Truth Killings, and Conan. All right? Tell me that's not what this fool looks like.
It's the poncho. The poncho does it for me.
Anyways, and then here's Katsuri Shibata. And decent match here that kind of plays in the Hook and Shibata's friendship. They tried to make the Bounty Hunter look important and impressive, and I don't know why, because he looks like... Anyway, Shibata locks in a figure 4 while Hook's outside. He locks a figure 4 on the Bounty Hunter boy. And then Hook slides in the ring, locks in. It's a figure 4 with a heel hook. And then Hook runs in and hits locks in the red rum. And the Bounty Hunter's such a punk. He taps out with both hands to both men. Not just tapping out. This fool tapped out to both men with both hands. He was, This match went 6 minutes, 29 seconds, and it's the biggest piece of garbage since, I don't know. This could almost be up to the finger point of doom bullshit. I mean, we're gonna have a triple threat match to find a number one contender for the world title. Chris Jericho and the Redwood, because that's a better name than Bill, because he looks like a retard. Chris Jericho playing the new generation of Enzo Amore over here, looking like a fool. And if you don't know, he's going to have a concert before All In London. Fonzie's going to play you a concert. We'll see if that sells out tickets. Speaking of Double or Nothing, do you know Double or Nothing tickets have been on sale for 8 months, and they have barely sold 40,000 tickets to that show? WWE SummerSlam's already sold 45,000 tickets for a show. They've only had tickets selling for a couple of weeks. So, a show that you sold out at 81,000, largest attendance ever, blah, 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 all this record-breaking crap, and you can't even sell 40,000 tickets to a show in 8 months? What is wrong with this? Anyway, so the bounty hunter Booch, he gets to be on the level of the hangman Booch, and he double taps out. I've never seen anybody. This was stupid. So now we have Hook and Shibata, who are both winners. Jericho's like, well, I guess, whatever. Okay, he gets on the mic, runs his mouth, and so now we're going to get Katsuri Shibata versus Hook versus Chris Jericho for the FTW title. Why do we need this to be a triple threat match?
Why does Jericho even need to be on my TV?
Why is Jericho even in an AEW building anyways? That's a whole different story. But I mean, this is garbage. Straight garbage. This is hot garbage. This is stupid. So we had a guy that boosted and tapped out to 2 men, so the 2 men win. And now we're going to continue this stupid story between Hook and Shibata and Jericho. So now either Jericho's going to retain the title, or they're going to put the title on Shibata and make Hook chase around Shibata for the title.
Well, at least the matches will be worth it. But
if they do Hook and Shibata, but I'm afraid they're going to let Jericho keep the title in some screwy screw job here. Do you not see what they're setting up here?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why else would you have a triple threat match? Hook needs to win this. I thought this was to build Hook and put him over and make him feel strong, even though they're joking around. But Hook's also got Samoa Joe chasing him around. Why? I don't know, because they don't know what to do with Joe, because they ruin everybody. Once they become world champion, afterwards they're like, oh, you don't know what to do with Joe.
Well, I mean, it's no different than, like you said, with what they did with Wardlow, just watch and repeat. So,
I mean, Omega's dead. Jericho's died after his world title run. Hangman Page is the Booch of the year for sure.
Mox is in Japan.
Well, Mox is running with the IWGP title, which he'll defend at Double or Nothing against. Oh no, he'll defend a opportunity for the title later if Take a Shit pins him. Rumba. Anyways, then we get a video package of Will Nightingale, Mercedes Moné, because you need to get excited about that, which really this package didn't do anything. It's just a repeat of the same package, and mostly all the footage was from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We come back and we get a cool video of Takeshita and Jon Moxley. Out comes Takeshita to take on Evan Bourne.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Matt Sydal. This match ended in 1:55 seconds. Elbow straight from Takeshita. Matt tries to fight back, hits a sick DDT, heads to the top rope, but Takeshita's up, rushes to the corner, grabs Sydal, blue thunderbomb to Takeshita with a huge elbow to the face to cover. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for showing up, Matt Sydal. You need to use your third eye a little more to see what's coming, and maybe you realize not the show up for this shit show of a program. Stay home. Go to TNA. Go beg Triple H for a spot in NXT. Go be effing Bourne. Maybe you can be the 4th member of New Day and you can reteam with Kofi and be Airboom. Anything but this crap that you're. Oh my god. Takeshita grabs Sydal from behind and hits him with the German, but Moxley music hits. Moxley comes out of nowhere, hits Takeshita with the mic, clocks him. Takeshita lays there like a booch. Moxley walks out. Takeshita wakes up eventually, angrier than ever before. Are you excited for Moxley versus Takeshita, Mr. Z? I mean, that's your New Japan World title. That's one of the most prestigious titles in professional wrestling history. That has a legacy that dates almost as far back as the WWE World title. Not the WWE World title, but the WWE Undisputed title. WWGB.
No, I'm not excited.
The World Grand Prix title.
For reasons that, the only reason why I'm not excited is because why is he defending it to people or even giving people shots at this belt that aren't meant for it? I'm on the side of the fence as Yota Tsuji, Evil, and several others that have said, why is Tony letting him do that with our belt?
How do you think Tony Inoki feels about it?
Oh, he's rolling over in his grave. Rest in peace.
Stan Hansen. I mean, the names of the people that have held that title at
Vader.
some point. Vader. So many people have held that title. Most prestigious. I mean, you don't just get the title. You don't just win the IWGP title. That's a title you have to work for. The names and the list of the names that are there that have carried that title through its existence are legendary names.
Yeah.
If you win the IWGP championship, you're a superstar. You're a Hall of Famer. You're a legend.
You're about as famous as a Yokozuna, a Grand Sumo champion.
Yes. Now I don't know if Moxley's living up to that level, though.
No,
I don't know if Moxley and that title are fitting. When you look at other names that have carried that title, I just don't know. I mean, you think of Omega, you think of Okada, you think of all these other big names that have carried that title, and you look at it, you're just like,
No. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it right now, that at Dominion, Evil will be taking that belt from Moxley, saving what's left of the legacy of that belt.
And if Takeshita beats Moxley, he gets a title shot at the IWGP title regardless of who's champion they announce tonight.
That's fine. Then Takeshita can fly his ass to Japan and get a piece of Evil.
Anyways, you thought things were good there. Well, then you should have pulled out the poison, the chlorine, the bleach, or whatever. Because then we got Nick Wayne versus Swerve Strickland. At first we had Swerve Strickland. They had the Young Bucks backstage wandering around, and then Swerve was there sitting in their chair, and they're like, whatever, yada, 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 blah, 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 make me want to puke in the pail. He tells them to start the music. The Young Bucks scream, yeah, start the band music. Ah, God, these two mother truckers are getting whinier every time they talk. Tampon mother trucking bucks. Tampon bucks. Get it right. That's what you are.
Yep.
Show up, show out, and let's talk about it, you tampon pussies. Anyways, Swerve Strickland comes out first. Nick Wayne gets to come out second. And yeah, whatever. This match stunk. House call. Swerve wins. After the match, Killswitch comes out to attack. Swerve, Christian Cage comes on to check on his son with Nick Wayne's mommy. Swerve crotches Killswitch. He goes after Cage, but Cage runs away. Cage runs past Killswitch. Excuse me. As Swerve is running past Killswitch, he hits him with another house call and chases Cage out. And then they go all the way out to the outside of the arena. Christian picks up a vehicle. And in the worst, most overstaged event of all times, Christian gets into a SUV, a Chevy Suburban Tahoe, whatever it was, and gets ready to leave. But here comes Nana and another one to block his path. They zoom in, it's Nana, and you're just like, oh yeah, Nana just happened to be just sitting there waiting for this all to transpire. And so then they battle around or Swerve pulls Christian straight up out of the car, because Christian didn't even put it on his seatbelt. Beats him around. Christian crawls up on top of the white Suburban that he was originally driving. Nana got out of the black Suburban he was in. And then him and Swerve fought up on top of the car. And then he hit Christian with a DDT on top of the car. Christian slid down to the hood of the white thing. And then Prince Nana magically appeared with a steel chair. And then we were going to get a concerto on top of the car, even though there was only one steel chair. And a concerto is all about two steel chairs. But we're going to settle this on whatever it is. But he missed. Christian ran away like a booch. And yeah, you're like, this is sad. And then they come out later and tell you this is part of a triple threat, telling you that maybe Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage is not going to be the main event of Double or Nothing. They're going to savvy this by saying there's 3 main events. And you're going to look at it and go, oh, Swerve Strickland, they do not care about him being AEW World Champion. They are making him look like crap already. They are having him have an issue with Christian Cage, who has done nothing. And then you tell me that at Double or Nothing, he's not the main event match. So you're telling me he's not good enough for a championship. He's not good enough a champion to be the headliner, the main event, the only main event for Double or Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, wake up to the reality. They are burying Swerve in your face. They are burying Swerve faster. I don't know who got buried any faster than Swerve's getting buried. I mean, it's bad. And if you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. And I love Swerve, and I think Swerve's great, and I think he deserves a proper championship reign. And of course, in a couple of weeks on Dynamite, we're going to get a casino battle royal match to find another new number one contender, because AEW sucks. Tony Khan does not know how to book anybody into that next position to step up. So they have nobody. What they just told you tonight is they have nobody after Christian. So if Christian wins, they have nobody for him after that. If Swerve wins, they have nobody for that. They're going to have this tournament, and they're going to pick somebody out of this casino battle royale for a new number one contender on Dynamite. Not even at Double or Nothing. That winner.
They're not going to pull. I was going to say, I'm shocked they're not going to.
They're going to get the title shot at Double or Nothing. That's right. So the next pay-per-view, they don't have anybody to take on the world champion.
I was going to say, I'm actually kind of shocked that they're not going to pull the same crap that Christian pulled with the TNT belt. They're not going to have the winner and then try to cash in later on in the show after he loses.
This is stupid.
And then real quick about Swerve, just to hit the house call mid-stride and keep going. I popped for that because I was like, that was damn impressive, because he did not miss a beat. He hit him with it and kept on running.
Yeah, no, he did. He did an amazing moment there, but it's still like, when it's all said and done, he's just, I mean, it's not the in reaction.
Folks, if you're a big fan of Swerve and you were on top of the world when Swerve won the belt, this is what they're doing to your champion, guys.
They're burying him.
Let him hear it.
And if you think the other way, please jump in the chat and tell me why you think they're not burying him. But I mean, they've told you they're having a triple main event: the Anarchy in the Arena, the World Heavyweight title, and the TBS title match. They're trying to sell Mercedes Moné against Willow Nightingale as a main event match. They know how terrible it's been booked. Fans are not behind Mercedes Moné, and so they're trying to put it in that main event slot. So the interpretation, or the vibe, or the look, or the feel, it's a main event, so it must be important.
The crowd's gonna be dead, because you already know that Anarchy in the Arena is gonna kill that crowd.
I think the Anarchy in the Arena is gonna be the main event match.
Really?
I think that's gonna, since they've introduced it as a triple threat match, I don't think they're gonna give. I think that's why they've made it a triple threat match, so they can make the Anarchy in the Arena the final match of the night.
Oh my goodness, no.
That's the feeling I have.
Why? Tony, why, bro?
Tony doesn't trust Swerve. I mean, look at how the booking in him against Christian has not enticed or excited the crowd. So yeah, and they're trying to build this other thing that's burying him. The Elite storyline has been more of a focus than the Swerve storyline. What they should have done is put Swerve on Team AEW, not worried about him defending the title right now since they don't have a real contender. They could have worried about that next. Put him in this big highlight spot where he's the one fighting against the Elite. The Elite could have put him in match all through the month. Oh, you're going to defend your title against this person, this person, and this person to antagonize him, so when he finally gets his hands on him. But no, they're going to give him they're going to put him in a match against Christian Cage.
Which means we got to see Nick Wayne and his mama and Dopey the dinosaur outside that ring too.
Well, as long as he doesn't wear purple and start singing "I love you, you love me, we're a happy family."
No, how dare you? How dare you compare Barney to that man? Barney is an icon.
Damn. So Barney's a bigger icon than Killswitch. How does that make you feel, people? How does that make you feel?
Nah, I got something for Killswitch. Go back to Big Brother and try to win that again, because this isn't working out for you, brother.
He needs to get out of this company. NXT needs you back, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyways, from there, we got Malachi Black. He came out on the stage and he fought Kyle O'Reilly. In ring, this was a decent match, a good solid match. These two gave everything. In the end, Black hits his own with both kicks, both standing. Black shoots his knee. It's fakes. Hits the end for the cover. 1, 2, 3. A good solid match. Went 10 minutes, 7 seconds. Malachi Black picking up a win over Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle the Jobber O'Reilly at this point. And It was a good match in the ring. Both these men did good in the ring. I can't take away from what they did in the ring. It was a good, solid match. But it's just hard to get excited when you look at Kyle O'Reilly being the jobber and Malachi Black kind of going through these things. And then after the match, the ref ran out of that ring. He raised Malachi Black's hands quickly, and you saw the ref duck out of that ring faster than snot. And I was like, oh, something's going to happen. And that's horrible. Once the ref left, you're like, uh-oh, what's going to happen here? The lights started flickering on and off and red and black, or flickering on red and going out black, and it went back and forth. You would think the Fiend was on his way out. Ha ha. No, we all know. If you knew what this was about, you knew what this was about. This is a flashback to Edge and the Brood back in the day. And everybody who wants to say, oh, WWE copies AEW, WWE copying AEW, see, they're doing everything AEW. Mother trucking, fucking, lucking, ducking, fuck. This was a complete rip-off of WWE, because it's Edge, it's the Brood, and it was a complete bloodbath, and they fucked it up.
Yes,
because
they
when
did.
the lights were flashing, and then
they
they turned it back, and then they left him hanging, and Malachi was looking. Somebody forgot to push the button in time, and it took a long time before they dumped all that stupid blood all over Malachi Black, and he got knocked down, and we got to see him in a bloodbath. Adam Copeland, came walking down some stairs in all black, and he started going, hey, Malachi, you get what you wish for. And you're just like... Yeah, you don't even feel like Judgment Day Edge in this moment. Like, he doesn't even come off. He just comes off, blah. This is boring. It was a good moment pop if you were a fan and can know what that was about. They sold the bloodbath, and it was a complete ripoff from the WWE. So, if you want to say AEW, WWE copies AEW all the time, this is a complete ripoff. I mean, just because they have Adam Copeland there, this is something he did in WWE. So, I mean... Let's point the fingers where it is. And they fucked it up. Because it's supposed to be when the lights are on, or when the lights last go out, then you drop it, or whatever. It didn't work out very well. I know some people probably pop for it for nostalgia, but I mean, it was like, okay, cool. Like,
you still screwed it up.
If this was a slower build, maybe this would have been more important if Malachi and Adam Copeland had been building, and Malachi was turning Copeland a little more, and we weren't rushing to get into this match and trying to elevate it now that we had the bloodbath and we've got Brood-esque Adam Copeland coming supposedly at Double or Nothing. I mean, it just feels like we're trying to rush and make this story make sense so we can have a barbed wire steel cage match.
So are we gonna get the same? Are we gonna get the same? The Adam Copeland version of what he was at WrestleMania 41 or 39.
41 hasn't happened yet. That's happening in Las Vegas next year, which we are working on going to. Why we have a GoFundMe.
Sorry, folks.
That people can check out. So yeah, make sure you got your numbers right, sir.
39.
Maybe, I don't know. Don't care. I
that was Hell in a Cell Edge with the wings and the gimmick. Yeah.
Finn Balor. I don't know. Maybe. Why? I don't know. Why are we getting a barbed wire steel cage match? How do we even get there so fast?
And then my poor wife, she doesn't even call him Malachi Black. She calls him Mr. Zelina Vega. That's just...
So it should be Tommy Vega, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not even Mr. End.
Yeah.
I can't even get excited. And this is for the TBS title. It's going to be a blood feud. Adam Copeland will probably beat Malachi Black. The House of Black will fall back down the ladder to obscurity. Malachi Black's contract supposedly up here. Doesn't look like he's renewing. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully we get him back in WWE.
Shoot, Buddy Matthews ain't even in the building. He's on the beach somewhere with this squeeze, taking pictures.
Well, all I know is Malachi Black's contract's about up, so hopefully he lets it expire and goes back to WWE. He can go be with Selena. Aleister Black can come back. I don't know what he's going to play a role in, because there's a lot of groups that you have Final Testament, you have Judgment Day, and you have the returning Wyatt 6 or whatever this group's going to be. So Aleister Black's going to kind of get lost if he still has that same character. Hopefully they give him some storyline. I mean, maybe him and Karrion Kross can lock it up. That could be some interesting stuff.
Ooh. Big boys doing this thing right there. I'll take it.
Anyways, tag team match, because you need women's tag team on wrestling. Toni Storm, Mariah May, or Toni Storm and Toni Storm, Mariah May, because Mariah May is back into Toni Storm gear, whatever reasons. They're taking on Saraya and Harley Cameron, and Saraya and Harley Cameron came down with some guy looking like he was cross-playing as Sherlock Holmes, and then they told me it's Saraya's little brother, and I was like, oh, okay.
Cool. Who asked for this? I just want to know who asked for this match.
Anyways, we got a match, not a pretty match. It went 9 minutes 6 seconds. Harley and Saraya planned in the middle of the ring. They kick, but May and Tony catch their boots and place their feet down, and then they have the stupid kiss, like Tony Khan is WWE is trying to recreate a new era, i.e., kind of like the Attitude Era, but trying to transition and do something better. Tony Khan's trying to relive the Attitude Era like the Attitude Era. I'm tired. I mean, I know everybody pops for chicks kissing in that way. I know there's that male population that's like, woo, yay. But I'm like, we're getting too much of it every week on TV. Do we really? When it was every once in a while or a moment, it was great. But doing it every week now, we're just kind of like going, yay. And then when you have the women getting pissed off because there's people in the audience saying dumb shit, and then they got to make videos about, oh, you look at us like this, or you don't recognize us when we have pants on, and blah, 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 blah. And then you let this stuff happen in the ring, and you were a part of it, Saraya. You're one of these biggest You're one of these biggest outspeakers about the women and what they do in the ring and the talent in the ring, but then you let something like this go down in the ring. I'm just saying, can you not make it make sense? Do we really need women kissing in the middle of the ring when this is where the best wrestle? Shouldn't it be about wrestling in the ring? I'm just saying, Saraya, I'm not necessarily saying what your argument or your conversations or the videos that you put out are completely wrong. I think you've gone overboard a couple of times. I think you took it a little too far on the majority. You're targeting the few and attacking the majority for it. That's where my issue is with it a little bit, but I get where you're trying to come from. But at the end of the day, you're taking part of this stunt. When you're the big speaker, the women don't get the respect that they deserve. So,
no. That's why when that happened, even, like I said, my wife's the casual viewer. That's the casual fan. This is the fan that they need to target.
Yes.
Well, ask the question. I thought she was the one that was pro. Let the women do their thing and stop looking at us with your eyes bugging out of your head like the wolf on a cartoon.
Oh, I know. And here they are doing stuff with they're drawing the men that they're drawing that group of people in that they're fighting against. It's like you're doing this and you're going to get the attention that you're saying you don't want.
Right.
Because for most of us, we're like, yeah, it's cool that one time. We're all like, ooh, yeah. And then when it's like every week, you're kind of like, okay, like, what are we doing here? Are we going into softcore? Is this what we're getting into now? Are we like Attitude Era? I mean, like,
get a max.
What are we getting into? Like, I get it here and there, big moments or shocker moments, but every week we seem to be getting here now.
Well, look who the booker is. It's probably someone who
it's Tony Khan. Yeah, we know. Anyways, after the match, Toni Storm and Mariah May are celebrating. Toni Storm came out with the Serena Deeb's flag, and she was wrapping herself up in it when Serena Deeb came out and hit a chair shot against Luther. Deeb trips up Storm. She grabs a shoe out of nowhere, and then she knocks Toni Storm out with the heel of the shoe. Then she puts a chair over Toni Storm and then locks a single leg crab while she's sitting in the chair. Deeb going heel may be the best thing here. I don't know how Deeb went heel when Toni Storm's the heel. Make that comment make sense. Anyways, get it? Okay, you're trying to make the heel of a shoe. Ha ha ha. Bad joke.
Oh, jeez.
Serena Deeb's not winning the title, so it doesn't really matter. She's being fed to Toni Storm, so Toni Storm can continue on doing Toni Storm things.
To speak on that towel thing, I guess she was going to do the same thing she did last week, a random striptease behind the towel, and Deeb came out to stop that from happening.
It's a flag. It's Serena Deeb's flag.
Yeah, her flag. But I guess that's what but I guess that's what she was trying to do again.
No, she had already wrapped herself up in it. She didn't do the striptease. She wrapped herself up in it again, but yeah.
All right.
And again, do we need another striptease? It's like, cool, you do it once, you do it a second time, it's like, no, come on, please. We don't, I mean, if you want to be where the best wrestle, then be where the best wrestle. If you want to be about the in-ring stuff and not worry about storylines, then having women kiss and strip on TV.
Tony Khan, stop listening to Reddit, please. Stop talking to your fan group over there and
quit feeding the Meltzer. Quit feeding the Meltzer.
Oof. Oh, man.
Even Meltzer and Alvarez are fighting against one another these days. It's crazy what's going on in the wrestling world. Anyways, in case you didn't get enough of the Bang Bang Sugar Gang triple threat trio title, the Bang Bang Gang, I don't see...
Softball gang.
My only question is, you see the Bang Bang Gang, but you don't see any guns, so what does Bang Bang Gang mean?
The shirt says it, and it's a finger gun.
When you got the Bang Bang Gang and two of the boys are known as Ass Boys.
Oh, Jesus, no. All right, next.
So we're going to get more conversation from these wacko doodles because they need to talk more because their promo in the ring sucked. So they go back here to redeem themselves with a much better promo. I don't know. It was okay. Why we needed to hear them from the second time they ruined their first shot. Who needed a second shot of the Bang Bang Sugar Gang? Maybe they need to go up to Green Bay and become Packers.
There we go.
This is your boy. You have the name right there behind you.
I know I do, but they ruined this.
I know.
I hold on to this because it meant something. I hold on to this because it meant something. They ruined the mystique of both of these men.
Did you not post a video about him today?
Yes, I did. And I tried to praise him and give people the once over on who he once was. And
what
now I see why I tried.
You know what he gave you? Let me go back old school. He gave you Shattered Dreams.
Oh, yeah, that hurt. I felt that one right in the basket.
Yeah. He gave you some Shattered Dreams with this tonight. Anyways, it's time for your AEW main event. Do you know what your main event for AEW was, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know who got to be in the main event?
Oh, no.
Sitting in your main event. That feels like a main event guy, right? It's Bryan Danielson, the main event. Tony, where are you? Bryan Danielson, definitely a main eventer. Who was he taking on tonight? The Hitman, not Bret Hart, but the Hitman for the night. He was hired guns. We got Satam Singh, who's had one match in like his whole one singles match in his whole AEW existence because he's 1-0 in his entire existence in AEW, and he's out here to take on Bryan Danielson in the main event of Dynamite on your go home show for Double or Nothing.
I thought I was watching the Giant Gonzalez at this point.
Elegante.
Yeah.
The Great Khali.
Khali was more mobile than that.
No, I think Omos is better than Saddam Singh.
Oh, yes. Please, man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Shanky.
Yeah,
Shanky.
This is dancing was better, even better than Daniel Garcia's fucking dance move. Dancing Queen. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me rephrase this one more time. Do you know that tonight on AEW Dynamite, in the main event of the show, that's your go-home show for your Double or Nothing, your 5-year anniversary. 5-year anniversary coming up on Sunday at Double or Nothing. Your second biggest show or third biggest show of the year. This is your go-home show. And in that main event, you're having Bryan Danielson take on Satam Singh. And you wonder why the ratings have gone plunging into the toilet. If fans aren't watching Dax Harwood versus Okada, if they're turning off the TV for that, what do you think they're doing here? And this was your typical garbage giant versus little man match. The little man beat down the giant. Saddam Singh eventually Satam Hogan in the minute and hulked up for a minute. Eventually, Bryan kicked him until he fell down because he's a very weak giant. I mean, he was getting kicked by little Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson's here, Saddam Singh's here. Like, there's a notable difference in the ring. And he starts kicking him, and Saddam Singh falls on his face. Bryan locks in the LaBelle lock, and in comes Jarrett and Lethal because they were there. They beat down on him. This match went 5 minutes, 1 second. It's got a disqualification. And then Bryan beaten up by a whole slew of guys. 4 guys, right?
Yep.
Jarrett and Sanjay and Jay Lethal and Saddam Singh. Bryan was able to overcome these guys because Bryan's got that Cena juice in him. And so Jarrett tries with the guitar, but Bryan escapes and gives a running knee to Lethal. One for good old JJ Jarrett there. And Bryan has the guitar. He runs at Dutt, but Dutt ducks. And that's not what happened. Dutt runs in, shoves Bryan. Bryan turns. Okay, yeah. Dutt runs in, shoves Bryan. Bryan turns because Bryan was going to hit Jarrett with the guitar at first, but Sunshine runs in, shoves Bryan. Bryan turns and points at Dutt. Bryan starts to go after Dutt, but Dutt ducks the guitar swing, and Saddam Singh just punches right through the guitar, busting and shattering into pieces. Lethal and Jarrett are up. They corner Bryan. A splash from Singh, and then the EVP's music hits. They come out. JJ beats down Bryan. His commentary explains FTR is down and out and Darby is banned from the building. Bryan has no help. He's all alone on an island of all by himself because, Moxley's no longer in the arena apparently, and Claudio's not going to help his Blackpool Combat Club buddy, right? So, they're not going to come down and help him. So, poor old Bryan's all by himself, and the EVPs give the money to the Jarrett Foundation, and the Jarrett Foundation of Misfit Toys leaves, and then they hit an EVP trigger, but Bryan outcomes that and takes them down, making Okada have to come out and try to come down, but then Jack Perry comes from behind, takes out Bryan. We get a Rainmaker from Okada, and then they're dragging Bryan up to the top. They're going to throw him through a table, but no, here's Darby Allin pulling up in a car with Tony Khan, so Tony Khan's all recovered now. No neck brace. He can drive and travel. He pulls in, and he gives the okay, the fist bump to his little buddy, Darby Allin, the Miracle Man, who takes a hit by a bus and keeps on ticking. I guess he's the new Energizer Bunny. That's what they need to do, is make a commercial with him as the new Energizer Bunny. Anyways, he comes down with a gun, a fucking gun in a wrestling match. This motherfucker has a gun, right? He comes out, and it's a flamethrower. So I guess he got Katana Chance and Caden Carter's flamethrower guns from WWE. Tony must have called in a friend. Maybe Tony Khan and Nick Khan are more related than we know. Like, can I borrow your little fiery guns? I don't know. Maybe they called up The Rock when The Rock had that at WrestleMania, whatever it was, when he lit The Rock on fire. So Darby Allin's out there with a flamethrower, and everybody's like, oh, they got a flamethrower. Nicky Boy, he gets thrown through the table for his pay. The other elite members hide behind Taz at commentary. Eventually, Darby Allin's a dumbass, points the flamethrower with the flame still going down at the ground where his boot is. I don't know if anybody noticed that. He was almost ready to light his own boot on fire. The most retarded thing you've ever seen. How did somebody come out with a flamethrower as a weapon to... Darby Allin, maybe it fits. Maybe you can say you can justify it a little bit, but it's still like... He came out with a flamethrower. Tony Khan drove him into the arena... And where was the security that was supposed to make sure he didn't get in the arena by order of the EVPs?
Oh, no, because Tony Khan let him in.
Oh, Tony Khan just drove him in there. Okay, so Tony Khan just overrode everything. So Tony Khan actually has power, even though he's a big boot.
Yeah.
This was the stupidest show.
He's got cojones.
I thought last week's show was bad. This show was maybe a little better than last week's, but still just, I don't know. Your thoughts?
Best tweet of the night right now. Yes, I do have a license. That came from Tony Khan. That was his tweet for tonight before he started thanking the world for watching. Like I said, it was like watching Giant Gonzalez in the ring, or like you said, the other big men that have preceded him that can't work. And it just, where's Claudio? Wait a minute, Claudio's promoting the Blackpool Coffee Club on Twitter. So that's what he was doing. He was at home drinking coffee. Mox is nowhere to be found, and that's supposed to be someone important.
Mox left the building.
So, yeah, so I don't know. New
Japan called up and said, get our guy off TV with our title.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Tanahashi-san called him and said, you need to go now.
You need to get off that TV show.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have. Wow. Tony Khan actually tweeted he has a driver's license. And if you're going through Twitter, look up a good friend of the Value of Wrestling. Go find our buddy, AJ Kirsch. He is still number one in the men's health and fitness. He's raising money for childhood cancer. Is. I don't know if it's in the description below. I will add it if it's not later. But go check him out on Twitter. AJ Kirsch. That's AJKIRSCH. AJ Kirsch on X. Look him up. It'll explain it there. You can click on the link. You can go vote for him. Voting is absolutely, you get one free vote a day. And then if you want to donate, you get a few more votes. And he says right now, hey, as long as he's number one, I think by Thursday, tomorrow, I forget when the ending is, then he's in good shape. And then, it may escalate into other things. If you thought this show was good, please tell me why you thought this show was good. At least nobody thought it was
Someone
awesome.
Said it was good?
Yeah, somebody said it was good. We had one vote good, one vote boring, and then the other 5 votes said stupid, because it was stupid. Yeah. It was stupid. Capital STUPID or however, STUPID. Yep. Stupid. All capitals.
Yep.
AEW has gone SAWFT.
Soft.
Those are facts.
Sorry, Big Bill.
No, Big Bill. Screw you, Big Bill. You're running around playing the redwood to the learning tree. I don't feel sorry for nothing about you, Big Bill. You look like a bigger goofus than you've ever been. Talk about a tree and it's Jesus. This was your AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen.
How many more bad shows do we have to sit through before it finally clicks that it's just a waste of time? But we do this for you folks, and I know y'all appreciate it, and we appreciate you.
Wait till Sunday. Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Double or Nothing, Sunday from Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you interested in watching this show?
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
I should be. I should be. Yes, you should be. But I'm not.
No, exactly. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here. We thank you for joining us. If you're watching this later, that's awesome. Drop your comments down below. Always join us in the chat. Join in the conversation. Let us know what you think, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you liked this video, give it a big old thumbs up. We love the thumbs up. We need to get more than 2. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Value Wrestling family. We're well on our way to the marching of 500. We're right around the corner. We're going to get there real soon, and then on to 1,000, and then on and on and on. We appreciate everybody who's already joined, and we appreciate every member of the Value Wrestling family. We thank you for being here each and every time we come on, and we hope to see you soon. Ring the bell for notifications. We'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Look for the weekend preview. That'll be posted Friday. We'll be back with your SmackDown post-show review. SmackDown live from Saudi Arabia. Check out Twitter. All WWE people are starting to flood into Saudi Arabia, flying into Riyadh. They're all there. SmackDown is going to emanate from Saudi Arabia. The night before, King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. We will be here in the afternoon to cover that show. 10 a.m. start time, Pacific Standard Time. We will be watching that, and then we'll be here. And then on Sunday, of course, we'll be here with the post-show review of Double or Nothing, and we will tell you, did they double down and give you something, or did we get nothing? Supposedly it's going to be a big surprise. A lot of talk that the Motor City Machine Guns are going to show up at Anarchy in the Arena. Guess we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen.
Oh, no.
Big announcement, big surprise, big something coming at Double or Nothing. It's a lot of what the rumor mill is putting out there, so be ready for that. But for now, we're going to tell you good night, so long, farewell, until the next one.
It's your boy Miguel Z.
That's not what I wanted up there. There we go.